What's going on, everybody? My name is Japes, and we're back with episode 2 of Dash for the Cash. We're coming up against our first opponent right here. Just accepted his challenge, picking up right where we left off last time, which is somewhere around 250-ish. Bucks, something like that. Oop, little capture card action on the screen right there. But we're in level 6 of the tournament. We're going to be playing for $56. So that's kind of a big game of FIFA. At least for me, we're coming up against the Turkinator 94. And as you can see, just having a nice, pleasant little combo with him, wishing him luck in the match. And he goes and he picks Spain. I believe he picks España. And I haven't come up against too many people using Spain in this Virgin Gaming, in the Virgin Gaming competitions in general. But Spain is a strong side. Their passing is 100% on point, almost 100% of the time. But we manage here in the 7th minute to work it around and pick up our first goal with Hulk right there, or with Neymar, excuse me, in the 8th minute. Love getting off to that dirty talking lead right away at the beginning of the games. It gives us a nice cushion to work off of. I was using a custom formation before in my previous matches. I ended up switching to essentially a default 4-2-3-1 formation with a custom custom tactics, so change some of the stuff, and haven't changed the work rates or anything. Generally play on defensive, depending on whether or not I'm bossing the game. But that was halftime right there. I'm just going to show you a few. I'm going to try to show a few more games than versus showing all the highlights from all the games. If you guys prefer seeing all of the highlights, do please let me know, and I'm more than happy to do that for you. If you prefer just seeing the goals and the things of that nature, let me go. But Hulk right there sneaks one in with his right foot. That's an incredible finish from Hulk. That was kind of lucky, I think. I'm not going to take full credit for that, but nice work here from Fernando Torres. I thought he was going to have to go straight, but he did some sort of like whoop-de-whoop turn action and blew by me and finished it nicely, and that was how this match would end. And so we take it 2-1, and the $56, I think is what it was, is ours. So our total just went up. We're making some solid progress right there. We need to win this Virgin Gaming Cup to essentially the next match is going to be worth $100. I could not find anyone to play in that match tonight. So the next 2 games are going to be of the Virgin Gaming Cup, but the $2 buy-in for skill levels 7 through 10. So when I started, I was skill level 0 through 6. Now I'm going to be skill level 7, or I'm skill level 7 through 10. You can see my record on the screen right there, which is a so-so record. I've talked to a few people, and they say that beware of players with about even records because they will lose matches on purpose. But $261 now at this point. We got those 2 anonymous players to play. There are other players in level 7, but we are unable to find any to play at this point. So we go ahead and we join the level 2 tournament, and we come up against Monan 1. And he goes and he picks Real Madrid, and he is using live season. If you need to go back and check that out, he's got an 89 attack on Real Madrid, which means that he has essentially what's a 99 Cristiano Ronaldo. Absolutely incredible. But this is what I'm talking about in terms of controlling the game, working things around. This is my style. This is the way I like to play. He gives Hulk his left foot for whatever reason, and he just crushes it by Casillas. 3rd minute goal. Talk dirty to me right in the beginning, picking up those early goals. That early lead means I get to control the game, control the tempo. I can sit back and defend when I need to, get out on the counter attack, and at halftime we're still at 1-0. If you guys were wondering about, I know I mentioned something about custom tactics and that sort of thing before, but that's what I'm talking about on the screen there. The possession, 62%. He got 1 shot on target, and we eventually get free again right here. Lucas breaking forward, manages to somehow keep it right there. Great ball over the top, and he backs off just enough to let Lucas slip in a finesse shot in the 50th, and that is a 2-goal lead, which more often than not, even on Virgin Gaming, we tend not to surrender. which is absolutely incredible stuff. I'm going to switch the focus here for a second and say it was an incredible show yesterday on stoppage time. If you guys missed it, I'm going to try to figure out a way to get it to upload so that you guys can watch it and see what it's all about. But also, we've got VSG coming up again this weekend, 3 p.m. GMT on Sunday. That's 3 p.m. EST on Sunday, 8 p.m. GMT. And that is going to be awesome. An awesome game again. I come up against good Jan Daniel, the infamous skiller himself, so that should be quite an exciting matchup. And we'll be trying to take it to 3-0 on the season, which will put us at 9 points and put us essentially in the driver's seat, pending on the way the other games go. We managed to slip by Dwayneinator 2-1 on the midweek series. I don't know if there's a place to watch that yet on YouTube, but I will make sure to ask. He just makes an absolute mockery of goalkeeping and a huge error right there. But that gives me the 4-0 lead. And that is how that one would end. Hulk with the hat trick. Scoring 4 goals is kind of been a bit of a rarity depending on the tournament that I've been in, especially in the higher levels of some of these cups on Virgin Gaming. And so I will take that every time. As you can see, I'm just using the 4-2-3-1 default formation right there. That's how I set my lineup. If you guys are wondering about how I set it, I'll go ahead and let you know right now. I use Julio Cesar in goal. Dani Alves as my right back. Next to him, I use Thiago Silva. In at my left center back spot, I use Maicon, and I use Marcelo as my left back. My 2 defensive mids, I tend to use Kaká and Ramirez. And then across the top, we've got Lucas, Neymar, and Robinho, with Hulk playing that striker spot. It works out extremely well for me. Now, I will say, if you guys are indeed using live season, which is kind of my only problem with this. I hate coming up against people that use live season. It's just not as much fun because Ronaldo can feel unstoppable at times. But that means that Real Madrid is definitely going to be your way to go because, the way I look at it is Brazil as a whole is a better team, but Ronaldo is better than essentially all the Brazilians. And you kind of got to weigh your balances. It's kind of like some of the other strategy games that you kind of have to pick your strengths, pick your weaknesses, and try to essentially exploit them to the best that you can. But he picks Manchester City, who I've had trouble with in the past once or twice, and it's because they're strong players. They do have some nice pace on them, but not sure. I think that's at halftime. It was just 0-0, and so we just went ahead and skipped to the half. That was a flub of a shot by Neymar on the screen right there. Really bummed with that. He did grab me, but we managed to hold him away from taking any shots, which is absolutely incredible. But just after halftime here, 50th minute, Hulk breaking free, scoop turn back, and some nice work here across the top, and gets Robinho free for a nice finesse shot past Joe Hart. Gives us the 1-goal lead there in the 51st. Some nice passing to dissect and break down his defense. As you saw with the halftime stats, I'd only taken 2 goals, so he was a pretty 2 shots. Excuse me. He was a pretty solid defender. And then in the 90th minute, Dani Alves bombing up the pitch, and there's going to be no stopping him. You can see Pato in the middle, kind of just getting in front of company, but just crushing finish at the near post to beat Joe Hart and seal our victory. So we will be moving on ahead into the next round. That means we've played 2 successful matches in the $2 entry tournament. And if I am correct, in that $2 match tournament, after you win your second match, you'll have won $7. So I'll be playing for $14 in that in the next match, which means that my coin total will be at $271. Now, so we're making some headway here in the series. We're about up to 300. Dashing as fast as we possibly can to get to that 1,000 landmark. That's the team on the screen there that I did describe. That's generally how I play. Obviously, Hulk and Pato are a little bit different because I use Pato as my super sub more often than not. Anyways, guys, we always leave good feedback for players, as long as they're not extremely douchey or anything like that. I come in the next episode, you'll have to see there is a kid that was pretty obnoxious about it and quit out of the game, but it's okay. He didn't realize that I had a capture card on. Wink, wink. Trollolol. Anyway, ooh, that was a terrible troll. Trollolol. Anyways, guys, this is Japes. Hope you guys enjoy this episode of Dash for the Cash, and I will catch you all next time.
I'm famous. Catch me all over the YouTube. Dress cosplay.